I was like, I'm gonna pick up the camera, and then oh, anyway, hi. It is currently 2:55 on December 7th, and it's been a hot minute since I've vlogged, but I wanted to catch you up on some things that have happened with Cafe and maybe take you on my last final weekend of grad school. Like for the fall. This is my last ever fall semester. It's really happening. It's really happening. It's over. Okay, it's not over. That's kind of a lot. But like the first semester is done, like all classes. We have one composer lyricist class left, but I already wrote my song, so it's done for me. I'm just gonna put a little thing here. It's so fun to talk updates, knowing full well that by the time this video comes out, I will already know what the outcome is and whether I can keep this in or not. Because I think that's the thing about working in the past. I have a little bit of foresight by the time I have to edit this and post this. My glasses broke. I know I talked about it. I have to call to get my glasses fixed because I don't like my old glasses. I really loved my new glasses. So it's my final weekend. We are finalizing Mistral, which is my poet musical working title. But I'm very excited to do that. We go into rehearsals next week. So Felipe and I have to finish that. And it's so cool to have legitimately have two projects going on at the same time. I have Cafe and my thesis going on at the same time, and feels like, oh, like this is the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to have these multiple projects happening at the same time, and they're all in different phases of development, which has been very helpful. Some updates on Cafe. This semester I ended up finishing 2 songs. The Recipe, which I might have talked about last month. I don't remember what I vlogged and what I haven't. Which is the Megan number, which is the ensemble number from that show. I kind of wanted it to feel like Luck Be a Lady Tonight. I don't think it has that vibe. I think it's something completely my own. But I really love the song. I sing it all the time. What is the winning recipe? Another thing that's really cool is that yesterday I finished a song that if you've been a long time watcher of this vlog, I've talked about for literally since the inception. I've had the title of this song since I first drafted this moment. I knew that I wanted Rosa's song in Act 2 to be titled Una Buena Mamá, which translates to a good mom. And I've been skirting around the lyrics and the song really, for 3 years. When I first did a draft of it, I wrote like a monologue, which I put in all caps so that John would think it was a song, and he just sent it back and he's like, is this unreadable? But then the summer before I started NYU, I wrote like, oh, it's Marin. Hi, Marin. So I've written like 5 or 6 songs for Cafe just for this class. What's been so cool, I would say, is that like having this class forces me to like really sit down and work on stuff because the deadline, and also like I really, again, I think Danny's one of the best faculty, so I want to get his feedback. So I bring in stuff that I'm really proud of, but also stuff that I know I haven't quite nailed yet. And yesterday as I was writing, or is it the day before? Yeah, as I was writing Una Buena Mamá, because today's Saturday and class was on Friday, as I was writing on guitar, which is like the Contreras' instrument I have found, and Megan is more piano and more drums. But as I'm composing that, I start, going the I've kind of pulled away from vocalese as I left pop music and have gone more into like very strict lyric and having more melismas. But I think in my thesis, I was like, oh, this would be a good idea. And I told Felipe about it. And then he was like, yes, let me think about something. So we have something vocal like that for our thesis. And so as I was composing the song, I could feel Rosa like calling me to write something like that for her. To me, that's like the motif of the grief between her and her mom. And I feel like now as a composer, I'm putting so much more thought into the music as much as I'm putting into the lyric. Yes, baby. Yes. But I feel like I do still have to have a strong lyric first. That's still like the thing that motivates me to write. Anyway, so I have a song now for Rosa. I have all the big solo numbers / numbers in Act 2 now, at least so far. I do think Cafe has to do one more hard edit after this workshop. The Cafe script is due 13 days from today, so 2 weeks from Friday, and I still need to write some songs. And by write, I do mean to like musicalize 2 songs that I've written. I can't believe I've written this much for Cafe. I mean, it's obviously taken me 3 years to get here, but at the same time, I can't believe that I'm at a point where like I have an Act 2, like musically, I have an Act 2. Whereas like before, I was like definitely like Book-wise, I know kind of what I want, but now that I have these songs, I feel more confident going in and retooling the book to make it what it needs to be. And that's really the key, I think. At the end of the day, I do think playwriting is the most important aspect of musical theater, because I do feel you can teach someone to write a song, but playwriting, I mean, you also can teach someone to playwright, but it just feels more intuitive. I don't know. At least for me, songwriting feels more intuitive. This is not to eat. It's for my lips, little girl. The preamble to all that is that that's like the big update for me. If you know this vlog, I'm like, I want process. That's the thing that I want to remember. So that's the thing I want to say. But in terms of like where we are, in terms of like business stuff for like this project, right? Made it to the second presentation round of the Hear Us grant again. I'm so thankful to the Hear Us team. It's so cool to make it to the next level again. I was the first winner last year for graduate musical theater writing, and I'm so thankful that they're wanting to support Café again for like the next step in development. And it's because of the grant I won last year and sort of everything that went down with my producing team. But now I'm doing this reading with New York Theater Barn, and we're using that money, and so I get to be a co-producer on that. And that's happening the week of the 6th to the 10th in January. So literally a month from yesterday, we would be in rehearsals, which is like so freaking cool. So it's almost like I have a double thesis. So it's like 45 minutes of Mistral material, which is what we're presenting like literally next Friday, which is what I'm going to be taking you on today as I work on my thesis stuff. And then I will be showing the first act of Café, which should be running 45 minutes to an hour, ideally. I don't have enough funding to do like 2 acts. So having a first act is honestly good enough for me. I just need to hear it on its feet, which I haven't done at all. Like I haven't heard it at all. That's not true. I was really fortunate to do the first like 3.5 scenes with Amanda at their theater festival, Theater on the Verge, last year. And so really excited to be going back and actually looking at the first act in full and tighten it up and seeing what I can do, just because right now it's not very tight. It is not very tight. It is significantly better than it was when I presented those like first 35 minutes of it. But now I feel like it's even stronger, and hearing it with actors will make such a big difference, and it will help me tackle the edits and stuff. That's sort of what's on the docket for Café so far. I have to give that presentation, so I'm really excited to be able to showcase like, hey, we just did this reading last year with Hear Us, and the goal is to use this money to use it for the next thing. 1, haven't vlogged, so I'm not very quippy. But 2, that I feel really thankful to be where I am right now. I'm living my dream. And you know what? I don't know exactly what the future holds. I don't know how long this will last, but I will do my darndest to make sure that this does keep happening, that the stuff that I'm writing keeps getting produced and done. That is ultimately my goal, and I'm not going to give up on that. And I'm so excited. And even though like in my head, I can't envision the future, because there used to be a time where I thought I could conquer the world, and now I'm very much like, someone like me can't really get that, but I'm going to keep fighting and tooth and nail to see just how far I can go. But I love the Tiana song. I used to really feel the Tiana song. I'm almost there. Oh my god, I totally forgot. Well, I already mentioned this, but I'm gonna be in Phoenix too in January doing a show of Café, doing like a cabaret. So it's been fun to write these songs and knowing that they're gonna be seen there right after the workshop. It's like really cool. Now I'm gonna do administrative stuff. I have to look at some casting videos for Arizona. I have to sign some contracts. So we'll be doing that, and I'll be sending those out. And then I'm gonna shower because I don't have hot water. I don't have time to fight with my landlord right now, but once I'm out of grad school, I will fight with my landlord about this. I just don't have time right now for him to come during the day. I'm barely here. I might fix it like during winter break probably. And finally, then I'm gonna just work on my thesis, which I'll take you through. I don't know how much I can share of that. I might not, but it might just be sprints. I'm also thinking maybe I'll host like a live stream, because I miss hanging out with people, and I think it would be fun to like jump on a little live stream and like be with friends from online, which I haven't seen because I've been so busy with school. So we'll see how much I get done. This was a long vlog clip, but I'm excited to like have some actual vlog clips for December. So I'll check in with you once we start writing again.
Hi friends, it is currently 12:21 a.m. Did I write? If you're my thesis partner, when you see this, no you didn't. It is currently 11:37 a.m. I didn't write at all yesterday. I did all sorts of other things that needed to get done. So I'm just gonna jump right in and get started. It's just, are you ever afraid of focusing That's where I'm at right now. I am afraid of focusing. I'm just afraid of like settling in and working just because I know like time will pass. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like when you're late to work and you turn off the radio because it makes time go by slowly. That's what I want to do right now because the day's gonna go by so fast, and then like it'll be Monday and then I present my thesis on Friday. So very overwhelming. But first, quick shout out to my twin. They got me this Japanese pencil. It's so cute and it's triangle shaped. So it'll be my first triangle shape in the pot. I was just looking to replace this thick lead. This is a 4B. So really hyped to have a replacement because I didn't know I had one. Also, I don't know if you can see that. Let me take you down. I literally have 6 new pencils that I haven't counted yet. I need to do it because fall is almost over. The fall semester will be over in a week. So I need to like get on it quickly. So anyway, let's get to work. Hi friends, it is currently 8:55. I had a nightmare last night, which I will not say because otherwise it'll come true. I haven't felt this excited and nervous about something probably since last year. Like, one of the things that we did very well on campus last year was we were writing every week, and so we had to present every week and raise ourselves for commentary and stuff. And that's just something we really haven't been doing because like our thesis heads have sort of become our champions of our projects. All in all, I have found that I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the feedback and for people to see this, even though I think Mistral is doing very well. We saw it yesterday in rehearsal for the first time with the actors that we're going to be doing the 45-minute reading with, and it's just like, oh wow, this is like a real thing, and it's so exciting, and it really sings, and it makes me feel really smart. Let's hope we can keep this going. I have rehearsal from 10 a.m. It is 8:57 in the morning on the 10th, I should say. I have to finish the script today to freeze it. 3, sorry. All right. I'm gonna stop sneezing and I'm gonna get to work.